Alright, so I wasn't expecting to be back this early, but I was hanging out with Bone13 over here on Twitch, and he pointed out, why aren't you playing Medieval Dynasty? They had a huge patch this morning. And I was like, what? Because it's Saturday, and yeah, so I was expecting a patch yesterday, but it came out today. So I'm happy to introduce you guys to Medieval Dynasty's test branch update, version 0.4, bees, alcohol, and orchards. So first off the bat, I know we can go in order for the patch notes, and we will, but important things here. So we're back, baby. It looks like sticks, logs, stones, clay, straw, broadleaf, saintworts, both types of berries can now be sold again. So our initial money-making source for the first year is secured again. We'll change this up later because there's better stuff coming out, but at least our initial starting funds will be restored, and we can go ahead and roll out our normal stuff in the first year, which is going to be awesome because it has been a bit of a struggle. Now, this is only on the beta branch for the early access game, so if you're on the live branch for the early access game, you won't have this yet. There are instructions on Steam how to go ahead and set yourself up for the beta branch. It's available to everybody that has the game. So if you want to do that, you can. But we'll go with the simple stuff. We'll start from the top and go down to the bottom real quick. So added new fox sounds, goats, young goats, sheeps, rabbits, new sounds for the player for eating, drinking, all this other stuff. I'm going to see what the stamina sound is. I'm going to be that over huffing, freezing, overheating, drunk. Oh, nice. So we got a drunk sound now. Because we have new sounds for brewing, wine, berry, wickery, pottery, wine press, apiary, workshop. We have two new professions, the blacksmith and the beekeeper. New clothing for the beekeeper. New field types like orchard and poppy. In the orchards, you can have apple trees, cherry trees, pears, plums. New orchard type is also a hops, so hops for your beer. New workbenches, the woodworking table, pottery wheel, brewing station, wine barrel, and juice press. New items for the field and orchards are the seeds for the apple, cherry, pear, plum, hop, poppy seeds. Alright, how's all that seems? Yeah, it's a doozy. I'm so stoked about this. I have family visiting today, or we would be playing the crap out of this right now. But I cannot. Today is visiting family day, and that's what we're gonna do. But I have time to squeeze in the patch notes, so I figured I'd say hi to everybody, and let's get this out here. So I'm so stoked about this. I'm like, yeah, Bone. I'm watching Bone over here as me, but I wanted to get these patch notes out because, guys, patch notes, stuff we're waiting on. Dwarf, hi. I hope your nap was good. Noodly, hi. Good to see you. Yeah, I didn't expect to be back over here this soon, but yeah, let's continue here. So new juices, we got berry juice, apple juice, cherry juice, pear juice, plum juice. New alcohols, berry wine, apple wine, cherry wine, pear wine, plum wine, mead wine, oat ale, oat beer, rye beer, wheat beer. All the years. Oh, and we can sell berries again. I didn't know if you knew that or not, but yeah, that's the thing again. So year one, we're not gonna be struggling for sticks. So thank God. Okay, so new bottles. There's a beer bottle, wine bottle, and mead bottle. So it looks like we'll probably make bottles in the pottery wheel. But I mean, I don't know for sure because I haven't played it. So let's see where we're going. Apiary, so we can get honeycombs out of the apiary. New foods. We have mushroom soup, porridge with berries, porridge with apples, scrambled eggs with mushrooms, vegetable soup, wheat rolls, pear tarts, plum tarts, poppy seed pie, and cherry pie, which is awesome because you know me, I like to cook, and having more stuff in here, even though the nutritional values will vary, I absolutely love having new food stuff. Extraction talent, master of destruction. So new talents. We have skilled farmer, orchard man, carrot and stick, steady hand, strong hand, and sensitive empathy. Insensitive is actually weather related. That's the only one I know for sure off the top of my head because it had the description on it a couple of saves ago. from those of you that have been asking, your saves can now have a custom name. So no longer 001, 002, 003. You can name your saves now. We got new animations for the player, NPCs for pottery, brewing, woodworking, wine, and juice crafting. New animations for NPCs to pick fruits from trees, which is awesome. I'm pretty stoked about that. Screen effect for alcohol intoxication. Brew Day, EverQuest 2, fun things. Snow effect on fences and bridges now. So now I'm gonna have to hold the rail as I cross the bridge, and my feet are sliding around me. No, I'm joking. That's probably not what they're talking about. But snow effects will be on the fences and bridges now. When field workers are harvesting or collecting crops, they check whether the storage is full. Okay. Icons for professions and NPC assignments. Very nice. A memory tree on the map. Memorial tree on the map. I don't know what that means, but that's okay. New spots with crashed or abandoned carts with loot. Yeah. Okay, and there's even more after this, guys. There's even more after this, so let's go ahead. So they did fix field workers working after 6 p.m. because sometimes you could walk up to the barn and the fields after 6 p.m. and they would go ahead and just come back and start working. Like they just wanted to like get brownie points for working super hard. And we would have paid them because they're awesome people. But Barn 1 had wrong ghost wall models. I actually didn't notice that, so glad it's fixed. Event takes all buckets, not just their contents. So I guess that'll be just the contents now. Matilda is mentioning sheep in dialogue. There are only goats there now. Matilda, was that she in Dinica? Or was she in Berenica? Anyway, so we'll continue. Field worker with invisible tool plows or sows the same spot repeatedly. I didn't have this problem. My workers have been amazing. So Matilda's in Dinica. Alright, so I thought so. I was like, I think she's the nice lady that gives us food after we do some of the stuff. Plates and bowls always show 100 condition when laying on the ground. That's been fixed. Wrong buttons visible for managing animals and buildings. That's been fixed. Seeds and grains were displaying food value, or they weren't. I don't know which one this one is, but they display food values. I don't know. Last notification is cropped. Map centers every time the filter is changed. I didn't notice I'd never changed the filter. Marking dead animals for sale is fixed. Who had dead animals? Okay, never mind. Continue. Buying fence schemes for fences and menu results in pulling out the weapon or tool. Negative heat and cold protection are not shown on the item description. That's been fixed. Trough fill levels after loading the save was incorrect. Oh, okay, good. Because if it has a food nutrition, doesn't it? They'll eat it if they can, and we don't want them eating our grain. When items expire, it returns to 100%. That never happened to me. It went straight to rot. Soup bowls returned with 100% condition, even if it should be lower. That didn't happen to me either. Expired meat with gravy returns as bowl instead of plate. During Unigo's story 2, Jan did not have his dialogue after reload of the save. Oh man, they've been fixing a lot of bugs I didn't know about. If there was no king, he should appear now. Lag when entering save game or load game menu has been fixed. Player stamina still draining after mounting a horse. If a player sprinted while mounting a horse during a rest. Spears can angle incorrectly when aiming at close targets and miss it. Players could use bag on interactable objects and lose seeds because of it. Oh man, I'd have been upset about that. Good thing it didn't happen to me. Water visually appearing in bucket when the player canceled bucket filling animation. Horses stopping when open inventory or map while on horse. Oh man, there's so many of these. Okay, let's keep going. Compass is working incorrectly when a player is on a horse. So the directions show depending on the horse's rotation instead of the player's. Alright, so if you pivot in the saddle, it's still towards the horse's head. Objectives with hunting animals can be done in any order. For example, night hunt can be done before reaching nighttime. Well, I hope that can be done. I didn't like waiting until the next day because sometimes I missed it. I don't know what that actually says. Okay, food totals and storage include inedible items. Bravo. Milk gives bucket of milk with full condition instead of current condition of the bucket used for the process. Prices of items that consist of a container are now calculated separately so that bucket of milk with 10% freshness with 100% condition cannot be cheaper than an empty bucket with 100% condition. Awesome, because though like we would have a bucket of milk that almost expired, and I would lose the value of the bucket, so it's easier for me just to keep drinking the milk, which I do anyway, but that's still a thing. So cool. So even 10% milk will be more sell for more than an empty bucket. Good. I'm glad about that. Good job, guys. An issue that caused camera to rotate incorrectly during camera reset when riding a horse. Number of produced feathers is incorrect. It was missing a comma. Okay. Alright, so we're still going. We're still going, guys. So one of the bigger changes, I guess, was the Unreal Engine version changed to 4.26. So that's good. And of course, our favorite thing, our normal stuff we used to sell is back now. We're back, baby. We can sell berries again. And that's amazing because, like I said, I was using berries to buy fertilizer. And we had to wait almost 3 years to actually get any crops down because I just couldn't afford it for the most part. Alright, throwing stones is now a fractional price. That's okay. Daub price is lowered. Torch and simple torch prices are lowered. Notification for adding and removing now stacks. Food with freshness below 30 can now poison the character. Oh my goodness. That's kind of good to know. Guys, 30% food is bad. Condition, rather, freshness. Statistic of armor, heat, cold, protection, additional weight are now compared with current equipped in items detail in inventory. Remembering all opened list in management buildings and animals tab during playthrough. Organizers for building management with types like animals. Organizers for building animals display count of warning status. So these are things that are updated. Decrease the number of logs required to complete woodcutter challenge quest. Player can now equip mount items on mounts through the player's own inventory. Nice. Placing fields and orchards is done in a smaller grid. I'm not doing those numbers. That hurts my head. Pop-ups for transferring or trading are unified so that there's only one in the middle. Okay. Transfers trade drop sliders now blurs and covers what's beneath. Okay. Field management details has been updated. Amendments to heat and cold protection perimeters and clothing. So those heat and cold protection changed in the clothing stuff. Okay. Increased dialogue icon sizes. Change building filters in matte to match categories from radial building menu. Colors for buildings and management. Change the moment of red coloring for items condition. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is like a huge deal. So my family's visiting today, so I will not be streaming until after that is over. So it'll probably be a couple more hours. I'm totally blasting through this. We've also had updates for French, Polish, Turkish, Czech, Hungarian, Italian, Spanish, Chinese, Russian, Ukrainian languages. Also increased the Chinese font size. Bigger radial menus with information about additional crafted items presented in a more clear way. Sell to Falbor from Boro as a craftsman. Set Falbor Boro as a craftsman. John from Hornica and Thibault from Lenencia as blacksmiths. Okay, that makes more sense. Because Thibault sold arrows and oh, this should be Jan, not John. This should be Jon, Jan, not John. From Hornica, because he's the blacksmith there. Extended the animation during some of the NPC's works. Icons for various crafting recipes. Inputs from field management details. Spacing and talents list. They've updated a way of selecting technology slot for better visibility. Selecting armor item in inventory highlights correct armor slot even if selected items are not equipped. Out of equipment food spoils. Out of equipment food spoils or turns into rot instead of disappearing. That's good. Redesign the poisoning system. So, guys, gather up your St. John's wort. Attacking with a knife animations has changed. Yeah, I mean, things not disappearing is great. Food now spoils directly into rot and not the rotted autumn. Yes, dwarf. Yes, dwarf. Yeah, they fixed rot. This is awesome. This was a big thing because it took 3 seasons to completely spoil something in your inventory, not just 2 like it should be. So good job, good job. Ranged tools now sway during animation. Interaction time when filling water skins with water. Interaction time when filling buckets with water. Hopefully that's shorter and not longer. Blending for filling blending for both of them animations has been updated. Horse now slides a little bit more before stopping at high speeds. Horses now slow down when riding in water. So all the shortcuts riding on the river is gonna be nil and void after this, maybe. Besides not running into trees. Animals are now slowed down when walking in water. Player can no longer rotate camera during mounted animation. I don't know what that means. Hopefully. Okay, continue. Talent strong as oak now properly increases health instead of reducing incoming damage. Remove gap between NPC slots and animal slots in building details. Okay. Animal slots are smaller in height to match NPC slots during building details. Increased building limits. Dun dun dun. Filling buckets no longer decreases bucket condition. Actually, that's kind of cool. I'm glad. Because that's kind of silly. I mean, using the buckets would reduce, but not filling them. Okay, good to know. Female legs no longer clip through dresses and skirts. Horses now has physics-based reins. Still in the works. Because that's the second pass on horses for them. Increases capacity of barn, food storage, and resource storage. Yes! Dude, I was like, this is my Christmas list right here. Doubled the production speed of iron. Some technology progression values have been changed. All skill progression points from items are reworked. Oh gosh. All skill progression points for items are reworked. Does that... Oh god. Okay. Yep. I'm excited about this, guys. This has been patch notes for test branch for Medieval Dynasty version 0.4 Bees, Alcohol, and Orchids. But yeah, definitely time to rescience. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I'm going to go ahead and kill this now. I got to visit family, and then we'll probably do a super mega story stream if I'm still alive after this visit. So, I'll catch you guys soon. Thank you very much. Bye, guys.